Welcome to the third instalment of Log. I'm Talissa, a photographer, master's student and founder of the Pilgrim-Prj. I have 10 days to deliver images, hand in assignments and pull myself together for my next pilgrimage.
The power of economic ideologies.
We talk all the time about the costs of the health service, but we don't measure the benefits.
Providing a generally healthy workforce for the economy. I don't know if you saw Talissa's latest comment.
On Monday in the morning I had my lecture, and that was on climate change and the sociopolitical and economic effects of climate change, followed by the meeting at the Royal Geographic Society for new members and new fellows. I am a fellow, and that was a tricky application process, so I'm very, very proud to be a fellow. And there's a lot of artifacts that I can access now in the library there, which is dead exciting. And then after that I went to a Monday night lecture. Good morning to you all. Abundance of doggy bum. If you were to ask me how I'm doing, I would raise you this mug of Guinness.
It is 10 to 10. Cowboy o'clock.
We have a pair of Rough Edit. Good Wednesday morning. I'm headed to King's for a meeting with my professor. We were talking about my master's dissertation and he quite liked the proposed topic. That's brilliant. So I'm heading in the right direction there, which I'm very relieved about. We also talked about my PhD, the sort of interlocutors that I ought to be looking at, what the expectations for a proposal are. We also discussed the fact that I have a little idea for a third master's, which most people immediately laugh at me about, but he was actually quite supportive of it, didn't think it was as daft as everyone else seems to think it is. So that was a really positive meeting. Now tomorrow I'm really excited because I'm back at the Confederation of St. James for another volunteering day. I'm sorry, I can only apologise, but yes, Pastor and Bridgerton, I am actually that basic this evening and I'm so excited about it. Good morning. I'm enacting a little bit of advice and doing a paper edit of the first log because it's whiny, frankly. But right now I'm going to go off to volunteering. I'm really excited. I love it there. As you may have guessed, I came away with something unholy like 12 books, 4 printouts and 2 CD-ROMs. No, I do not have any way of playing them. I learned about Oikoten. In researching for my documentary on the economics of medieval pilgrimage, I came across a case of a group of boys being sentenced in a court to walk the Camino accompanied by a priest as penance, if you will, for an antisocial crime in Belgium. Today, I learned what it's called, and I have an article in Dutch that William has forced upon Just to translate for me. We also prepped the space for Saturday's open day. It all feels like school for some reason, and I'm immediately at home in all of it. I'm a little weighed down by some extra books. I love it. I just love it. You have, all of you, heard of St. James for Spain as one of the champion 7, who have being good knights on earth became hermits and saints in heaven. Their history once was in good repute, and so it ought to be still. Little friends, I dare say you have read it, and if not, why I hope you will.
It's immoral.
Of this St. James that book proclaims great actions manifold, but more amazing are the things which of him in Spain are told. How a ship of marble made came sailing over the sea, wherein his headless corpse was lain, perfumed with sanctity. And how, though then he had no head, he afterwards had 2, which both worked miracles so well that it was not possible to tell the false one from the true. and how he used to fight the Moors upon a milk-white charger. Large tales of him the Spaniards tell, Munchausen tells no larger. Back from the gym, I was doing well, and then my back decided to get really angry. I have a pre-existing lower back issue. Basically, the muscle that runs along the right-hand side of my spine gets chronic spasms, and it's relatively unpredictable, and it was warning me a little bit today, and I kind of decided to ignore it and there she went. So it turns out I have actually badly thrown my back out, but we're still here, it's still volunteering day, and it's still going to be fantastic. I'm just on a lot of ibuprofen.
That's why I've got it all mixed up, isn't it? Because she must have been starting from Valencia and then going on to the Llama.
I've got everything going on at the moment. I am editing a video. I've got my Accepted Society people here supporting me. Of course, William the Oracle, librarian at the Confraternity of St. James, was not finished with me. I think he might be hazing me. So, quickly here, we've got Keith Thomas's Religion and the Decline of Magic. This is Reframing Pilgrimage. So this is me starting to understand, for those who don't know, when you're going to go into a PhD and do extended periods of research, it doesn't have to be a PhD, you can do independent research. One of the really important things to understand is who are your interlocutors. And by that I mean, who is in this space? Academics are in this space, and scholars and professors, journalists or NGOs, depending on what it is that you're looking at, doing fieldwork, collecting data. Pilgrim Voices and Reframing Pilgrimage, and then I've got Redefining Pilgrimage, the Pilgrimage Road to Santiago, the complete cultural handbook. But these are an encyclopedia on pilgrimage. And here we're back to Simon Colin, and this is John Elsner though, and this is Pilgrimage Past and Present in the World Religions, and a huge part of my research is looking at how this is applied globally. We've got the economic development of medieval Europe, la función política de los caminos de peregrinación en el Europa medieval. Actually, the next documentary that I'm working on, which is on politics and power of pilgrimage, which is incredibly timely. If you didn't know, the new Archbishop of Canterbury here in England, probably one of, if not the most important religious position that you can hold in the United Kingdom, has been given to, the role has been awarded to a woman, which is the first time, in my knowledge, in history. And of course that will give her detractors, and rather than showing up in a motorcade, which is what most of her predecessors have done to start that job in Canterbury, she is actually doing the first pilgrimage of any religious figure in the United Kingdom in the last 500 years, and walking from London to Canterbury over 6 days in order to begin her position as Archbishop. So the suggestion for even a moment that the power cachet of pilgrimage remains locked in the medieval period is incorrect, just blatantly incorrect.
Ways of destabilizing other states, mechanisms to try and remedy that, or even creating schemes of return migration as some governments have been.
There is absolutely no time to dilly-dally. It is Monday. On Friday morning, I'm flying to Porto, and we will be stopping this log a little early because I am going to start the Camino Portugues, and I'm going to be popping that in the next log. We have 4 days. Within those 4 days, I have, within that time, oh my goodness, I am so excited. My patches got here, and I actually really didn't think that they were going to make it before I left. So Do you want to see? These are the first Pilgrim Project patches. Data centers may be an economic catalyst, but while discussions over morality and ethics dominate the headlines, it is resources that policy bodies need to address. Oh gosh, what do I want to say? I don't know what I mean anymore. Great day at the library, probably a little bit more social than productive. Sometimes social is the most productive thing that you can do. All that is both a strange from all godly devotion and savage bestiality, where he professes a religious anti-Catholic message. And you're like, see how this works? And you're like, and this works too. And you see how it also works with that old thing over there? I have a suggestion that's really analog. It's very old school. Behind your house. Coolest thing ever. Sorry, only the two of you will find this ridiculously cool. Right? We could take a field trip, south left. I am where you are. Can you wear a GoPro? Do you prepare anything? What's like the premise? How many days is this? Are you staying there? Tell me more. Aramaic. We need to reassess this list, this Everest of list of things that I think I can get done before I go, which is completely unachievable. And yet we aim. Let me go to sleep.
Good morning. I am aiming to update this vlog and then finish off the next one entirely. I'm aiming to get the policy brief to completion and then message my cohort because I've not heard from them. There are images I need to take for the interview. I got that back. Transcript of the interview that I did when I first got back here, and it's actually really good. I'm really happy with it. Research and outlining the essay that is due for this module.
Right, appointment number 2 of the day. And back to work. Good evening. It's Wednesday, which means that tomorrow is my last day in London again until the end of June. I need to pack not just for this Portuguese Camino, but also for the 2 weeks I'm going to be spending in Santiago, and then for the Via Francigena, which I am going back to. So I'm really hoping that we will finally reach Rome, after which I'll be going to Sweden, after which I'll be going to Copenhagen, after which I'll be going to Dublin, and then finally returning home. I have 24 hours. And I got a call from my cousin who arrived in Porto today. He has slept for 2 hours. So wish me luck.
Thank you very much for watching this 3rd installment of Vlog. I'll see you next week in Portugal. We are walking the Camino Portugues from Porto to Santiago de Compostela in Spain with a bunch of cousins.